everybody, I am Attila Tanner. Welcome to a brand new video of NextTalk. I hope you're all doing well. It's been 2 weeks since the last video, so we are definitely due for an update. We're going to go over the highlights of companies that recently reported. Then we're going to look into the regular reporting for US and Canada. We're going to go over the value stocks, dividend stock, growth stock, and pricey ones. All right. In the highlights, we start with AI. C3 AI, they reported 0% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been slightly increased to $15.80, but they're trading much higher than that at the moment. Asana reported a 26% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been lowered to $24. There is a little upside for Asana. Broadcom reported 8% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been lowered to $542, and they're trading higher than that. Salesforce reported 11% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been lowered to $193, and they are trading a bit higher than that also. All right, let's look at some other companies that reported. Crowdstrike reported impressive 42% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been increased to $111, but they're trading higher than that. Snowflake reported as well an impressive 48% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been increased to $77, but they also are trading higher than that at the moment. Toyota Motors reported 10% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them is now $156, which is an increase from last time. There is a small upside for Toyota. Another car company, this time an electrical, Xpeng, they reported unfortunately minus 50% sales decline. That makes our target rate for them go down to $5.50, and of course they are trading higher than that at the moment. All right, this concludes the highlights. Let's go into the regular reporting. We start with the US market and we start with the value stocks. Taiwan Semiconductor is number 1. Exxon Mobil is number 2, and JP Morgan is a newcomer in spot number 3. They have a $405 billion market cap, and their price to earnings are 10. Tencent, who was in the list, is just out from top 3. This category here we're looking at high market cap companies with low price to earnings, so-called stable companies. All right, on the dividends, we have Verizon number 1, AT&T number 2, and Total Energies comes back into the list in spot number 3. Ford is now out from top 3. Growth stocks in the US market, NIO is number 1, NextEra Energy number 2, and US Bancorp is number 3. Here we are looking at the sales growth for a company year over year and looking also how the stock price has performed during the same time period. And we put all those companies into a huge list. We balance it also by looking at their price to sale ratio. And so those 3 becomes the most attractive. At the bottom of the same list is the category of Pricey. Vroom is number 1 now. They moved up 1 spot, and they traded places with Blackstone, who is now number 2. Nvidia is been talked a lot in the media lately, and now they have entered this list, spot number 3. Their sales declined actually 13% year over year, and the stock price was actually up 50%. The reason they are here is also that their price to sale ratio is very high of 37. It's normal for big tech companies to have a quite high price to sale ratio, maybe not too much over 10, I will say, but over 37 is quite a lot. You have to think a little bit about what that means. Price to sale ratio. So let's assume a company makes a sales of $1 million. Of course, their profit will not be 1 million because that's the sale. There's cost to do, So if they could make 100,000 of that 1 million, 10%, that would be great. So if you're valuing this company then to 37 times, that would be 37 million for this company. So, of course, this is not $1 million company. It's several $1 billion, but that means a lot of the price is already baked into it for the future. So be cautious with it. All right. Moderna, who was in the list, is also out from top 3. That concludes the pricey ones and concludes the US ones. Let's go into the Canadian one and let's look at the value stocks there. Royal Bank is number 1, TD Bank is number 2, and Canadian Natural Resources is number 3. Dividends in the Canadian market. Tourmaline Oil is number 1. Algonquin Power and Utilities is number 2. And Enbridge is number 3. Growth stocks in the Canadian market. Capital Power is number 1. Ovintiv is number 2. And Lightspeed is number 3. Pricey ones in the Canadian market. Franco-Nevada is number 1. Wheaton Precious Metals is number 2. And Teck Resources is number 3. Franco-Nevada and Wheaton Precious Metals both have high price-to-sale ratio, and that's the reason they are penalized. Alright, that concludes the report for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Always gather a lot of information before jumping ahead purchasing stocks. Meanwhile, while waiting for the next video hopefully in 2 weeks' time, you can follow us or me on Twitter, NextStockYT, YT for YouTube. And whenever there is a company that is of interest that has just reported, I will tweet out some information about it. All right, until next time, bye-bye.